Is the Ford stock a buy at current price after going up by 2.27% on Wednesday? Keep watching as I take you through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, Ford has invested $700 million in Kentucky in an attempt to build an even better version of the ICE engine powered F Series Super Duty pickup truck. The Super Duty is by no doubt Ford's most profitable vehicle, and if it was a separate company, it would have been a Fortune 500. This investment will produce hundreds of jobs, adding to the current 12,000 Ford employees in Kentucky. The new Super Duty pickup truck will also have better technology, and it will hopefully be America's first 5G enabled pickup truck. And being the most profitable product, this expansion will definitely help fix Ford's financials. But there's one problem. Jim Farley, in a recent interview, has said that their supply chain issues are like whack-a-mole. They solve one problem and another problem appears. He said that some suppliers are struggling to ship parts, and apart from that, labor shortage has also caused problems in manufacturing. So unless this gets solved, Ford might stay capped at the current levels. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for Ford, and first we'll analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and at the top we'll get to the 5-minute chart. Now right off the bat, we can clearly see that the stock is performing really poorly ever since the month started, and well, ever since the year started in general. But we can see that we got a major fall over here, opening in a gap down from our price of $12.18, 2.7% down to a price of $11.85, and then falling to a price of $11.6, which is like a 4% fall in my opinion, I guess, right? So that's 4.76% according to the charts. I had already given you guys the $12 level as a support, but we can clearly see that, it broke that level by far off. I had given you guys the $13.10 level as well, but, well, it's not even close anywhere. And we can clearly see that the stock is not in the best position. So what exactly is going on here and why is the stock red? Well, we can clearly see that most automobile stocks such as, where is it, Lucid, MULN, Rivian, NIO, and Tesla are down along with the entire market by 5454 percentages, right? So that's an average 5%, 4%, and we can clearly see that the stocks are not exactly to blame for that. The entire market just fell and investors are not really in the mood to buy the stock. This was probably due to the Fed hiking interest rate part as well, but because we saw yesterday that bond yields had increased a lot, and that's why the sharp price movement. And after that, of course, an inflation and a deflation. We can clearly see that's what happened over here. But the real question is, where is Ford headed? Well, in my opinion, we can clearly see that we're getting a lot of gap downs in terms of Ford. Right over here, we already got 3 gap downs over here. And even before that, right, the stock was bullish. But before that, when it was bearish, we were already getting a lot of gap downs. So Ford is not the best stock to buy right now, in my opinion. I believe that the stock is headed for these levels again, around $11 first, right? And before, after that, if we kind of break this level, I believe that we won't go anywhere below the $10.5 range, in my opinion. So considering what we discussed before, the Jim Farley comment about how, the whack-a-mole thing about problems with food supply chain issues, we can clearly see that the market did not respond well to that as well. But still, the Ford stock is holding in well as compared to the Tesla stock, which has just gotten a small bit more hit. And I believe that the Ford stock can, go up by a lot. It has a lot of potential, but somewhere the potential is kind of buried in the snow, or rather, in just the dirt. And once that dirt gets piled away, we can see, the stock hitting a $15-20 price in the coming months. So if I were to give you guys an updated price prediction for 2020, I believe that the stock will probably end up in this range over here, around $10-11 itself, because I don't see the stock going up because there are literally no fundamental values at the moment. Of course, the stock is a sleeping beast, but that beast has been sleeping for a bit too long, right? If the earnings report come out positive and, given a surprise, we might see otherwise, but in my opinion, we are definitely not crossing a level of $14 in this particular year, right? That's again just my opinion, not financial advice. I could be wrong. But with that being said, let's jump into the 1-hour chart and analyze today's session. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-hour chart for the stock. And right off the bat, I want to show you guys something over here on 26th September, right? First of all, 26th September, we can see that we were getting supported over here at this level of 100, or rather just $11.94. I'm sorry for that. But well, let me show you something that was pretty negative, right? So ever since this level was initiated, we were eventually squeezing into this range, getting a breakout and then going down. So that happened one time, and after that, we can clearly see that we were already getting lower lows, or rather lower highs, right? We already got lower highs, and once we got this lower high, after that, this point was a pretty good entry zone for shorts, and we can clearly see that this could have been a good target level, and this could have been a good support, or rather a stop loss. I'm sorry for that. So what exactly went wrong? Well, we can see that even this support over here around 11.6, $11.7 got broken. We can see that this support over here around $12, of course, broken. We can see that we got a pin bar candle over here on the negative side, just like Tesla stock on the last day's closing price, right? The last day's closing 1 hour candle, we got a pin bar candle in the red, which pretty much indicated that the stock is going to fall in the after hours, in the pre-market, and pretty much in the next session. So with that being said, my opinion on the 1 hour chart is that we won't probably cross this 11.67 range on the upside, right? I believe that we'll probably make a double top over here somewhere, and then we'll go down. That's how we'll end the day, right? But this is pretty much the range that we'll be ending the day in, right? 11.5, $11.5756 range. And with that being said, let's jump into the 5-minute chart to analyze the stock in detail. So as you guys can see right here, we're now in the 5-minute charts for Ford, and right off the bat, we can see that we got somewhat of a small bullish trend over here after getting supported at this level around $12 on 28th September in, the market closing hours. And after that, we got a sudden pullback over here with a lot of volume, after which, of course, the stock fell the next day, right? We already discussed that, but we got pretty much 4 absolute bearish candles, after which we got somewhat of a failed engulfing trend, right? We did catch resistance over here around $11.6, after which, of course, we fell down. We took support at this level over here around $11.4, right? So we were traveling in this $11.4, $11.6 range, and we still are traveling over there, but we clearly did, kind of breach it, but again, we got resisted over there. So we've made pretty much 4, or rather 5 tops over here at this point, and this is definitely not a good sign for the stock. Now I believe that we'll probably test this range over here, the support that we've made around $11.5, and if we get a bounce back from over here, the stock might, get a support and get into this $11.6 range and end the day off there. But I do not believe that would happen. I'm still bearish on the short term for this stock. So with that being said, my analysis stands at a short-term sell for the stock. I would probably wait for the anything under $11, $10.5, $10.6 range to buy the stock. And my attention would mainly be towards the fundamental side, towards the delivery numbers, towards the sales reports, towards the manufacturing processes, towards the supply chain issues, rather than simply the chart analysis, because this alone won't tell you enough. With that being said, remember that this is just my own opinion and not financial advice, so you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. Subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for more such videos, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.